2.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to moebigblue podcast, episode 4. Just do me a solid. If you like the content, hit that like and subscribe button down low. Preseason game number 1. The team played very well. So the Giants have closed out their first preseason game with a win up in Buffalo, 34-25. You have to come away with a lot of optimism from this game. As for the starting units, for the offensive side of the ball, let's start there. The offensive line played great today. Each quarterback that came in had time. That was the main thing. James Hudson definitely held up at left tackle. So we will see how things go from here. But for right now, I love the camaraderie of the offensive line. If Andrew Thomas, again, comes back and he's healthy, then this offensive line goes to the next level. Good shout-outs to Dante Miller. Showed what he can do today, number 25, the running back. He caught a couple of good screen passes. He had a couple of decent runs as well. His speed and elusiveness is going to be a key, especially if Kame Scatterbo and the other running backs, Eric Gray, are not ready to come back just yet. And Dart had a great game and a great start to his NFL career. You can tell when he first came in, he had a little bit of jitters. The ball sailing him a few times. It came out a little bit hot. But as the game went on and progressed, the kid definitely settled in. He threw a nice pass to Lil Jordan Humphrey up the left sideline, number 81, for the long touchdown pass that he did record. But you can see he does have a command for the offense. You could definitely tell, especially in that 2-minute drill just before the half ended when he drove the team down the field. I believe that was a great indicator that he is gaining the offense pretty well. Defensively, I think the first unit played extraordinarily well. We had a pass rush. The pressure was on from the start for Mr. Trubisky. The 3-and-out for the first series for the defense, so that was great. Abdul Carter also played really well for his first preseason game. You could tell just from the tape and the clipping, flying off the ball as soon as the ball is snapped. He's getting in the backfield. He's being disruptive. That is what we're looking for from Abdul Carter in his first year. Add that extra piece of layer of pressure. Robinson Harris also had a great game with pressures coming up the middle. I believe with the depth that we have right now, as I mentioned before, our D-line is probably going to be our strength coming into this season. It's no secret right now that the number 2 spot for corner is a battle between Deonte Banks and Cardell Flott. They played Deonte pretty much for all of the first half. The plays that he was involved in didn't hurt the team along those drives. We would love to see more growth from Deonte moving forward. A lot of missed tackles with the second unit defense coming in. This is definitely something that we can sharpen up on tape, especially back in camp and practice. But missed tackles and penalties terrorized this team last year. That is something that we definitely have to improve upon moving forward in 2025. In the second half, we moved on to Jameis Winston. Not much there with Jameis. DJ Davidson on defense had a good game. He came in and did a lot of pressures up the middle on the defensive side of the ball. I believe that is a great depth piece to keep. Tommy D come in. He did play pretty well coming in the fourth quarter. He led the team down the field to the game-winning drive that ultimately put the game away. It was a big fumble and a turnover late that gave us the momentum to close out the game for the first preseason game win. Still a preseason. This is still early, first game of the season, yet and still a lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes. You expect that coming from the first preseason game. You just want to try to minimize that as much as possible. Jaxson Dart and Shedeur Sanders are always going to be compared throughout their careers. It was atrocious of what happened to Shedeur Sanders during the NFL draft. From the first round prospect to possibly even a top 5 pick, all the way down to the 5th round. It had nothing to do with Shedeur, in my opinion. I think everything was stemming from the relationships from his dad during his playing days. Listen, Deion was not well-liked around the league when he was in the league, okay? If he wasn't on your team, more likely you didn't like Deion Sanders, all right? But Deion Sanders, during his time in the league, was an elite talent. He was just on a different level. You can tell just from the start, from his rookie campaign, returning punts, or at coverage corner, receiver, wherever you put Deion on the field, especially during his early days, Deion was unstoppable. For that to reflect on Shedeur and him coming into the league was a bit unfair, But Shador definitely showed out. I'm rooting for him. I'm hoping that this kid has a long, illustrious career, and hopefully he could bring Cleveland back to some prominence.
1, 2.
All right, y'all, it's the weekend, Saturday. First preseason game is done. Started off with a W. It's exactly what we need. Offense looks good. Defense looks even better. Special teams even chipped in. What more can you ask for from the first preseason game? Peace.
1, 2.